Hello everybody, welcome to Binah Tarot. This is Milagros and I'm going to be doing the February love forecasts for each one of the 12 zodiac signs. By the end of the video I will be explaining the guidelines to participate in the St. Valentine's contest, as well as a new promo I will be offering during the month of February. Let's begin. This month I'm going to be using two different tarot decks since it's the month of St. Valentine's. And the first one is a Lover's Path Tarot deck by Kris, Waldherr, and this is going to be for the Celtic Cross. And the second one is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette, Baron-Reid, and it is going to be for the advice card. Aquarius, this is your love tarot scope for the month of February, and the first card we have is the Ace of Staves, which appears in the middle of the reading, and it represents the passion, the initiative, creativity, vital force. It speaks about the will, whatever guides you, whatever leads you, whatever you feel passionate about, or whoever you feel passionate about, whether it is about a new person that you have met or whether it is a moment you're going through in the relationship, which is represented by intensity. It can be intensity of feelings, as in feeling really in tune with somebody, really passionate about somebody. But it can also go towards the anger side of it. It can be a lot of overwhelming force, overwhelming feeling in a way that makes you, that ignites you, and not always in a peaceful way. This is crossed by the Two of Arrows, and the Two of Arrows has to do with decisions. And whenever it comes as a challenge, it represents decisions that you're avoiding. You might be having a hard time making a decision about this new flame, about this flame that is going on in your life, about this person. So you probably are just trying to avoid having to make the decision altogether, or maybe just trying to be really neutral and really detached about it. Because this card also speaks about detachment, about emotional detachment towards this situation. So it can represent you are trying to be detached, or that this person, it might be that the detachment comes from the other person, that although you're really enthusiastic and you really want to start something or have some sort of relation or ignite the things with this person, then you might be feeling troubled because the response that you are getting from the other person is not exactly as enthusiastic as you wish it would be. In the past, we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups it's a good card. It speaks about self-sufficiency. It speaks about feeling well with oneself. And as we can see in the picture, it is representing a person that is alone. I mean, you do not see two people in that image. You see only one, and she feels good. This person feels fine with whatever she has achieved. It speaks about emotional contentment. Not necessarily alone with somebody else, but within yourself. So individually you are feeling, or you were passing through a stage that might have been easier to handle or easier to follow than whatever you are living right now. What I see is this confusion, and we were already saying that it is difficult because you might be also struggling between two sides of yourself. We have the Queen of Cups on the head of the reading, and we have the Queen of Coins on the bottom. So this speaks about two very different cards. One is really emotional, one is really dreamy, has some hopeful thinking, and is really in tune with her feelings, with her emotions, not afraid to show them. Somebody who gets affected by different cycles. So within your head, you're trying to be a little bit more gentle, maybe trying to keep the hope, or maybe this person that we are talking about is somebody from a water sign or from an earth sign, and that's why we see these two polarities in the reading. So as I was saying, in your head, you're trying to take an approach that might be a little bit lighter than it has been in the past. Maybe you're trying to believe, you're trying to be to give the whole situation a little bit more hope during this period of time. But deep down in the foundation of the reading, in whatever is beyond, under the reading, in whatever has to do with the subconscious, we have the Queen of Coins, that it's quite different. I'm not saying that she's cold, but I am saying that she's a woman that is focused in achievement. As you can see, even if you realize the accessories and the clothes of the two characters, she is more focused on the details that have to do with daily life, into the practical matters. She is more focused into the financial matters, into the work matters. So although you're trying to maybe be a little bit more dreamy and gentle and emotional, maybe letting the emotions through a little bit more during this month, the other side of yourself still feels that you need some sort of insurance, you need some sort of foundation, you need to stick to something that feels rooted, to something that feels safe in a way. And you are like the topic, the theme of this month is trying to find that balance between these two different polarities and deciding what you want to choose, what you want to do. It might be that because of this month of Saint Valentine's Day and some other celebrations, maybe even, you know, for the birthday, for your birthday, it can also relate to that. Like you are trying to just look to life in a different light. We see that with the Awakening card that has to do with the sun. So you're trying to infuse a lighter energy, especially during this month. But there is a side of you that is still quite skeptical, as we were saying before. And although you're awakening to new opportunities, to new chances, you're seeing the things in a different way. You are getting new perspectives into the matters. You are getting new perspective into the relationships or into your past relationships. You are also like trying to decide if this is something, if this is an approach that you want to keep taking, or if you are at some point just going to go back to something a little bit more rational and that maybe feels a little bit closer to how you normally are. But it is not a bad month. I don't see it at all as a bad month. I believe it is one of the best months in relation to the other zodiac signs I've been reading about. Now, in regards to the other side, we have the Triumph card, or the Universe or the World card. So this card has to do with cycles. It has to do with endings of some sort. Whether the other person is somebody who belongs to your past already, or this person might be going through some sort of transition or completion into his or her life. This person might also be somebody who you feel that can offer you a lot, who you feel that can be a good compliment for you. Or this person might want to really have an intention, a strong intention to stick around, to stick in your life, to have your back. This is not bad, as I was saying before. These are two major arcana cards that speak about also cooperation. The only downside to the World card can be that sometimes this person can tend to have an attitude, like maybe, I won't say precisely egocentric, but it might be a little bit of a battle of wills, because maybe the two of you want some sort of attention. The two of you feel that you're right, that you're giving a lot, you're trying to make the things work. It doesn't really necessarily lead into fights, but it can lead to some tensions that can be fixed if you avoid confrontation this month. This is one of the things that you should be avoiding this month, confrontation altogether. Now, in regards to the unexpected, we have the Two of Staves, and this has to do with plans, with thinking about future plans, with thinking about trips. Maybe you're going to find yourself making some plans, some trips, some plans regarding trips for the next months. It can also be a small trip that you're going to be doing. You might, because we have 1, 2, and we have another 2, we are also speaking about duality. So once again, we're faced with decisions. So you are going to have during this month to make a decision in regards to what do you want for your future. And it is quite related to this situation with this person, with this relationship, with this ex or this current relationship that you are having. And it might be something that you're not quite calculating just yet, but you are going to be, let's say, in a position in which you will have to decide for which road to take. Now, in regards to the future card, to the near future, we have the Prince of Arrows, which is a card that represents Aquarius and air signs as well. And I think that here you are tapping into your energy. You're just going to feel a little bit more comfortable from mid-February till the end of February. Whatever you have been maybe thinking a lot, and maybe you were not deciding on what to tell because you were not really, or you haven't really made a decision about it. So when you speak about it, you want to be sure as well. So you are going to be having the chance to speak about it, to let it out, to clear out anything that might be still in doubt or you might still hesitate about. And you are going to have as I was saying, the chance to just let it out. Just be aware of how you come across, because whenever I see this card, I also see impulse involved. Just if you have an impulse to say something, just have in mind that the way you say it, like you might have a very, very good intention when you're saying it, but it sometimes might be taken in a different way by the other person. So just try to synchronize your communicative ways with the other person so that you are both on the same page and you avoid misunderstandings. Same way, if you're trying to move away from a situation, then you might have still a pending talk with this person, and it might be the time of the month in which you're going to decide to just go ahead and do it, or just move away from that person and just target towards something else, because as we can see in this deck, this is a card of Cupid again. So it can be also even somebody else, somebody new, you getting to meet somebody else that will be coming into your life. As a result of the month, we have the Strength card, and the Strength card is a challenging card, but it is also a good card, because it tells you that whatever you want to achieve, you have to earn with strength. You have to earn with your own self-confidence, by trusting yourself, by trusting your instinct, by being determined about it. That it is not going to be easy, but that once you get it, you are going to feel satisfied about it, and that you're up for the challenge, you're up to the challenge. So this card is telling you that during this month, there is a lesson, there are lessons to learn. I think that there are lessons in regards to taking the things a little bit more light than you have been taking them on the previous months. You are an earth sign after all, and you don't really need to take everything too serious. And you generally don't do. You generally have a great mood, you have a great sense of humor. So if you have been a little bit taking the things a little bit too seriously on the previous months, and this month is a good chance to lighten up, but at the same time to stick to whatever you have decided. And that is also a card, something that this card is telling you. Stick to whatever you have decided during this month. It is important that you stick to it, otherwise it won't move forward. Even if it is something that has nothing to do with love, but it has to do with a career or something else, then it is important that you have and you have it, I'm totally sure of it, the guts to stick to that purpose. And as for the advice card, we have message in the bottle that speaks about you paying attention to the messages that you might be receiving during this month. And this reflects with the Prince of Arrows, that can be also the messenger or the carrier of news. So pay attention during this month for whatever new, for whatever greeting. This card can also symbolize that many people is going to greet you during this day. And that you should read between the lines. You should not just not take whatever message or information you're going to receive in regards to this person or situation, but actually take a little bit time to analyze it and see what intentions are underneath the surface, what intentions, which are the secondary intentions of this. This also tells you to keep the eyes open and to see how life sends you messages. If you feel that you are in search for answers, then you just have to pay attention to your surroundings and to yourself in order to get the answers that you're looking for. Please bear in mind that this is just a general reading, and if you want more information, you can always check your ascendant, moon sign, and Venus. If you want to book a private reading, you can do it through the links that I am going to be leaving down below, through my Facebook page or through my website. I'm going to be launching a new promo for the month of February into relationship readings, and the price is going to be for a half-an-hour reading price. Instead of $35, it is going to be $29. It's quite similar to this month, but it is going to be especially into relationship readings. I am also linking my normal rate readings of half an hour, 60 minutes, and the therapeutic reading that I am also offering. This month I am going to be launching a new contest, and it is a St. Valentine's contest that is going to be, again, to look into relationships. I am going to be leaving the post that you have to share through Facebook down below And besides sharing this post in public, so that I can see who has shared it, the only requirement is to like this video and to subscribe to my channel and to like me on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching, for sharing, for subscribing, for your comments and the support I have been receiving since I began this channel. I wish you all a very, very happy month of February. Happy St. Valentine's Day to everybody, and see you all next month. Bye bye.